Welcome to Transition Tuesday. For this Tuesday, April 4th, 2023, I am your host, Russ Williams. I'm so glad you could be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, I know you could have been anywhere in this world today. I'm quite aware you could have been anywhere in this world today. But you decided to be here with me. And I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So welcome, my good friends, to Transition Tuesdays. On this great day here in New York City, balmy 70 plus degree weather today. Great day, great day, great day. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, we have an action-packed show once again. But before I start the show, I always like to state my intentions. And my intentions is to give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your life's transition. So that's what we do here on Transition Tuesday. That's what we do here. So welcome, guys. Welcome. You've made it. You've made it. I'm giving you a soul clap, hand claps for making it here today. I appreciate you guys and everything you do. So I want to give you guys your just desserts, your just due for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me each and every Tuesday here on Transition Tuesdays. I thank you guys and I applaud you guys. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So before we begin, I'll be remiss. I want to talk a little bit about, we're going to get the show started in a second, but I want to talk a little bit and give you guys some updates on my brother. My brother, if you guys have not known or have not heard, my brother suffered a major heart attack last week, and right now he's in the hospital right now. Yeah, it was pretty tough. My brother's not out of the woods yet. He's doing so much better than he was when he first came in. But again, he's not out of the woods. He's having a little bit of problems with his kidney as well. And a pacemaker has been placed in his chest to help him out with the heartbeat of his chest. So again, I would like to I'll take this time to thank each and every one of you who gave your healing energy and your well wishes and your prayers. And again, prayer changes things, as we talk about on this show often. Prayer changes things, and I just want to take the time to thank each and every one of you who have been praying for my brother. My brother hears the prayers. I see my brother on almost on a daily basis. So I've been letting everybody know that we're rooting for him. And we're just hoping for a speedy recovery, which was going to happen. So, again, I just wanted to give everybody an update on my brother, the king of New York, the king of Harlem, as we call him. And we want a speedy recovery for my brother. And, again, I thank you all for your well wishes, your positive healing energy, because prayer changes things. So thank you so much on that. Thank you so much. So let's transition on Transition Tuesdays, let's transition to the men's and women's NCAA championships. Now, the season is now over, officially over. College basketball is officially done. And last night we had the men's final. The men's final was the San Diego State Aztecs versus the UConn Huskies. And the UConn Huskies came on top, man. They won the game. They won in convincing fashion. I mean, they've been running roughshod throughout the whole tournament, man. Shout out to the Connecticut Huskies. They lost, man, the only teams they lost to is teams in the Big East. Whereas if they go out of the schedule, they beat everybody on their schedule, including the tournament too. So, man, I tell you, it was a great run for the UConn Huskies. Danny Hurley's first title in that famed historic family, the Hurley family. I guess now he can brag with him and his brother and his dad, over the dinner table with rings now. He can join the conversation. As UConn now, the men, they now have their fifth title. Man, fifth title in the program's history. So, shout out to the Huskies there. And Sunoco, who was the most outstanding player. Man, that guy was tough to guard, man. And that whole list of the teammates that he had, man, they really did their thing, man. They really did their thing. And I think UConn is a team that's here to stay. This is no fluke. I know that Hurley's in his fifth year, I believe. And again, they have the top 3 recruiting class to come in for next year. So they're going to be loaded for next year. And I was checking out the ratings of this game, and it looks like only 14 million, only 14 million people viewed last night's game. I think that's why probably one of the lowest viewing ratings in years of the NCAA tournament on the men's side. So, but that doesn't really matter. I'm sure the Huskies could care less about ratings and all that good stuff. They are now national champions. So shout out to the UConn Huskies, man, in Stores, Connecticut. So shout out to those guys. So let's talk about the women now. The women's Final Four, man, and the championship game had the Iowa Lady Hawkeyes against the LSU Lady Tigers. And man, LSU came out on top. LSU came out on top. And this is the first title of any kind in the school's history, both men or female, in terms of basketball, their first title. And that's major, very major. You had Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie. That's what they call her, the Bayou Barbie. And I'll give you this little tip, Miss Reese, Queen Reese, as I'm going to call you now, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to call her Queen Reese. But, hey, take advantage of this NIL deal. If it's not done already, if Mattel hasn't reached out to you, Bayou Barbie, we gotta get a deal set up with that, in which you getting some NIL on that. But Barbie, they gotta make the Bayou Barbie doll. They gotta do that I can see with the crown that you wear, that you're known for. With the one leg is out and one leg is one sleeve is long and the other one isn't. In your shorts, man. This is a marketer's dream. So Mattel, you need to reach out to the Bayou Barbie if you haven't done so already. I'm sure that deal has been sold up already. But man, you got to give it to Angel Reese. Man, she did her thing during this game. And again, they just ran away with it the second half. Well, the first half they really did their thing, up by 17 points. And a couple of things about the game. 9 million viewers watched this game, the women's game, which is phenomenal. I mean, it was really marketed great, man. The NCAA tournament really marketed the ladies, especially this year. I mean, when I was in school, and the ladies who are on, if you're watching, it's the ladies who play college basketball. I'm sure back in the day when we were there, they didn't market the ladies in which they do now. I'm sure, like the ladies back then, they wasn't even known. They probably couldn't wear like a lot of fingernail polish or eyelashes or long hair, what have you. Now the NCAA, they market that. And they market the player, to kind of doll it up in a way. That's to be like less masculine. You could be feminine as heck and be one of the great ball players. So shout out to the NCAA by marketing it a better product. And because of that, 9 million people watched the game. 9 million people. So that was really big. But I want to get back to this Queen, Angel Reese. I'm going to get back to her. Excuse me. Man, and I want to talk about the double standard of trash talking. All right? I want to talk about that, and you guys have probably all been seeing the different details and what's been going on, with things. And I want to read a quote from this queen here, Angel Reese. I want to read a quote from her. I'm talking about the backlash, that John Cena move, you can't see me, and what she did at the end, and she was pointing to her finger, meaning like they're going to win a championship coming up, but more that John Cena deal, you can't see me, okay? And this was the same response that Clark had. Okay, and shout out to Clark, because I think, in my opinion, I've heard this a number of places, I think this young lady was the best player in college basketball, either on the men's and women's side. That's how much game she had. But I just want to read a quote from the Bayou Barbie, and she talked about that antics and everything like that, and she's quoted by saying this. All year I was criticized about who I am. I'm too hood. I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. But when other people do it, meaning the gesture, you can't see me, y'all don't say nothing. Y'all, meaning the media, y'all do not say nothing. So this was for the girls that look like me, her performance that night was for the girls that look like me. It was bigger than me tonight. And I love the part where she says she is unapologetically herself. She's going to always be unapologetically me. You gotta salute that, young lady. I'm giving you hand claps for that. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. With this young lady having the foresight to say that and sticking to her convictions. She is being unapologetically herself. You know, she is talking about and putting the media on notice about the double standard, how that was and how that went down with Clark doing the same gestures, you know, and how that went down. And again, I got to applaud, and here's the deal too. I got to applaud Caitlin Clark as well, because here's what she said about the incident, okay? And these are ladies who are, you know, they're going to be applauded. I got applause for Miss Clark too. Well, she goes on to say, this is Clark, she goes, I don't think Angel should be criticized at all. She should never be criticized for what she did. I think everybody knew there was going to be a little trash talk. And she says, I'm a big fan of hers. So here's the person, she wasn't even tripping on the comment, but the media was. The media tripped on the comment. So let's give Miss Clark some hand claps as well. Let's give her some hand claps as well. Because she's not tripping. But the media was tripping on this whole thing. The media tripped on the whole thing. And speaking of the person who doesn't trip, we got Felicia checking in from The Rock. What's going on, Felicia? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, Clark didn't trip on it, but the media picked up on it, and they tripped on it. You know, and shout out to, man, before that game, let's shout out to Dawn Staley, who called out the media as well, saying like, you know, she hears everything that's being told about him, you know? And truth be told, that the coach from Iowa, who said, you know, how'd you beat, you know, what was going to be the deal, or how'd you beat the University of South Carolina, which Dawn Staley, she coaches, how were you able to beat them? And she said, yeah, we just had a barroom brawl against them. Who says that? You know, got to watch what we say, ladies and gentlemen. We got to watch what you say, because people are listening, people are watching. And I'm willing to bet, because the players picked up on this, because I clearly saw Reese, when they were scoring in the beginning of the game, I clearly saw her putting her hands to her mouth saying, you know, you need to be quiet, watch what you say. And I'm willing to bet when the coaches met at the middle of the court, before the beginning of the game, Kim Mulkey and the coach from Iowa, Kim Mulkey whispered something into the coach of Iowa's ear, okay? And she had to probably mention like what you said was wrong in the media. I'm sure she said that. And I'm going to say this now. Again, I don't have proof of this, but I'm going to say this, and probably a lot of you are thinking, but I'm going to say it. The coach from Iowa, I don't know, man. She looks like... she looks like a person who probably serves lemonade at a Klan rally. I'm just saying. Y'all thinking it? I'ma say it. Okay? I don't got any proof in that. I'm just going by looks, and I'm saying allegedly. All right? So we'll get in trouble about that. Okay, you guys thinking it? I'll say it for you. So, but you know, it's just the double standard. It's the double standard of trash talking. The double standard of trash talking. You know, and again, it has to do with race. Everything is predicated in race, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that's something we can't hide. And that game took on that element of it. You know, we can see the media had a field day with it. You know, Iowa, predominantly white. LSU is predominantly black. The black players on LSU against the white players of Iowa. That's how it was situated in the media. You know, what was said, what was done, you know. The LSU players are like poor sports, you know, when they doing the John Cena move, okay? And again, and then, you know, when Clark threw the ball away in disgust and, you know, on the sidelines, you know what I mean? Nothing was said about her being unsportsmanlike, right? Again, these are things that are, these are big stories, a big storyline, and I was trying to be predicated with that, and trash talking. In the NBA back in the day, Larry Bird was probably the biggest trash talker. The biggest trash talker. He dished it and he was able to get it back as well. Those are the best trash talkers. They're able to talk trash, but they're able to take it too when they lose or what have you. But Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers. Here's a guy who came in during the three-point shooting contest. He comes in the locker room and he says, okay, which one of you are coming in second place? Because I'm winning this trophy. And goes out and wins it. The biggest trash talker. He's another guy, Larry Bird, one of the greatest players to ever pick up a basketball. Same guy who I saw one time, he's talking to James Worthy, and he's telling James Worthy how he's going to score on him at the end of the game. I'm going to take 2 dribbles to my left, pull up 3 in your mug. That's trash talking, but he backed it up. So trash talking is a part of the game. Trash talking is a part of the game. And what's not part of the game is about what I'm about to talk about now. Okay, the First Lady, Jill Biden. I saw her talking about, hey, look, Iowa played so tough. Man, I think we should invite them to the White House too. What? What are we doing? I know we're in the age of participation trophies. I know we're in that age, we're in that era of that. But a participation in terms of going to the White House? No, we can't do that. That makes no sense. That makes no sense to do. We can't do that. How unethical would that be? And how much sense would that be? That makes no sense to do that. So again, Miss Biden, I respect everything you do, for teachers and being the first lady of the United States. But again, we got to slow down on that. Iowa, no way, we can't do that. And I ask you all the question, probably the question you're thinking about, but I'll bring it out there for you, okay? I ask everybody this question. If Iowa would have lost to LSU, do you think LSU would have been invited to the White House as the runner-up? Do you think that would have been the case? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I'm waiting. What do you think? You think that would have been the case? That's a resoundingly no. That would not have been the case. And I've heard some people talk about how, this might be politically a political statement that Ms. Biden is trying to say. Because what? Why is that? Because where is the first caucus? Where is the first caucus located in? You guessed it, Iowa, right? So was it a political charge statement? I don't know. But again, we can't have runner-ups coming to the White House. That's like saying, so everybody who's participating in the Final Four, hey, look, you guys can come to the White House too. Let's just bring everybody, okay? Let's do that. No, that doesn't make any sense to do. So we can't do that. So Ms. Biden, I respect you for all you do, but this was a little off base. I guess we got to re-examine that because we can't invite everybody. We can't give our participation trophies to everybody. We can't do that. Can't do that. We cannot do that. So just something to think about, with the double standards of trash talking. And, shout out to the Bayou Barbie. Again, shout out to her by making her statements about that. She's going to be unapologetically herself. And the great thing is, we get a chance to see these people play again. Clark, she's going to be back for next year. So is Angel Reese. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing their matchups. If they do play again, I'm sure they're probably going to play in the, like during the regular season or what have you. That game is probably set up already. So I can't wait to see that. But again, we got to, these double standards of trash talking. A lot of stuff is predicated along race. We know this. And, we just got to have honest conversation. And that's what we do here on Transition Tuesdays. We have open, honest conversation. All right? We can't have no double standards of trash talking as it's predicated to race. We can't do that. Okay? We can have conversations about it, But again, we need to discuss these items. We definitely need to discuss these items. And speaking of discussion, I want to transition to number 45 being arrested in New York City here today. Number 45 being arrested in New York City today. So, number 45 pleaded not guilty in a Manhattan court to 34 counts stemming from the hush money investigation. Now, keep in mind, number 45 is the first former U.S. president in history to face criminal charges. The first one. Number 45 plans to challenge the charges and continue his 2024 bid for presidency. Okay, so he's going to continue on. He's going to fight the charges. I'm sure stuff is going to be, he'll be coming up in, I think, December. But they were saying, I think this is the actual court date in which they're doing that. And number 45 is, they say he will be speaking in front of the American public this evening at Mar-a-Lago tonight. So talking about that. So is this a big to do about nothing? I think this is a big deal. This is the first time a U.S. president has been charged with criminal charges. Okay, this is a big thing. So much so, stopping traffic in New York. You know how tough it was to travel in New York today? Man, oh man, the traffic was heavy and thick out there. So, this is a big deal. So we got to wait and see what happens. And, and again, with number 45, I mean, he got other fish to fry too as well. You got this case here. I'm sure he's going to have the insurrection. They haven't, done that yet. So that's another one. And then don't forget the Georgia one with the voting. Don't forget that too, which he was on video. He was on audio tape talking about that. So this could be the first of many things. People say this could be the domino effect. People are saying these charges are minor charges. They're trying to make felony charges out of misdemeanor charges. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Have his day in court. They might settle out of court. I don't know. But this is a big deal. This is a big deal. This isn't a great day for American history. It's a sad day for American history for a president going down like that, being arrested for charges, after he's done with his election. So, it's not a rejoicing day. I don't know. We'll see what it is. But, when history tells a story, it tells number 45 will be the first president, or was the first president to be charged, to face criminal charges. The first president. So, but we shall see. We shall see. This could be much to do about nothing, but this is a big deal. This is a big deal. And that's why it's always important to follow politics. Maybe you're not involved with politics, but everything is around in politics. Politics is everywhere. Okay? We got an election coming up in 2024. And as I always say, and I always quote by the legendary James Ntume, politics is nothing but a pile of tricks. But we got to stay tuned, and we got to stay involved in the political process. We got to do that. We owe it to ourselves to do that, each and every one of us, okay? Each and every one of us. And before I forget about, the Angel Reeses of the world with the LSU, hey, look, guys, ladies and gentlemen, black men, what have you, we got to protect our black girls and black women. We got to be there to protect them. That's what we got to do. So, I'm on board with what Angel Reese said. I'm on board with Don Staley says, because again, we got to protect our black girls and our black women. We, as a people, we got to do that. Okay? That's what I'll say on that. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during this broadcast, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory. As I play my theme music that's going to lead us out. Let's go. Here we go. Yes, yes. Woo. All righty. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in each and every Tuesday here on Transition Tuesdays. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, you can see this episode and our past episode on our YouTube channel, Transition Tuesday. So just go on there and like it, okay? We appreciate it if you do that. Catch the past episode. We had some great past episodes, great guests, all the stuff, all the commentary. Go check it out on our YouTube channel, Transition Tuesdays. So again, I want to thank, before I do that, before I thank you people, okay? I want to make sure if you haven't been following me, you can always follow me on Instagram at Russ Will Transitions. That's Russ Will Transitions with an S. You follow me, guarantee I'll follow you back. That's what we do here, okay? I want to thank our corporate sponsor, Sweet Candy Cafe, located in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina. Is the home of Southern Sweetness. So I know Miss Felicia Evans Long is on there. She is the founder. Make sure we buy small businesses, especially with this business, been around for 10 years. We gotta support that, okay? So make sure after the show, we're about to be done, please, make sure you go to sweetcandycafe.com, okay, and get your confectionery goodies. Your taste buds will be glad you did. Absolutely. As Felicia says, fantastic conversation on the show today. Head to sweetcandycafe.com. Make sure you do that, okay? And also, let me turn this music down. Turn this music down. DJ, turn this music down, what I'm about to say. Okay? All right. This is important. So, Miss Felicia Evans Long, you're on here today, and I appreciate you for joining us, for joining me on the show. And I just want to let you know I'm celebrating my 2nd anniversary with Miss Sweetness. And Miss Sweetness, I just want to let you know from the bottom of my heart, you have changed. You've changed me for the better. You are the essence of what a woman is and what support looks like. And I am forever grateful to you being a part of your life and you being a part of mine. And man, I'm telling you, this 2 years has been a whirlwind. It's been great. And I'm looking forward to many more. And we just getting started. So Felicia, Miss Sweetness, I appreciate you. And happy 2nd anniversary to you. I appreciate you. I really do. I really do. Now back to the music. So ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we say in parting, happy transitioning. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody. God bless. And thank you, guys. And continue to pray for my brother. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody.